Hello guys, and welcome again to another interesting episode of Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca. In an episode where we are going to be discussing some interesting transfer stories, Gerard Pique's injury update as he hopes to return for the El Clasico come April 10, and also talk on Fati's recent injury setback as he posted yesterday on Instagram, tried to bring some optimism to the fans concerning the injury update and the future. And finally, we discuss on the financial crisis of this club, guys. Just recently, audits were carried out, and it is really bad to see the results of those audits because it was revealed that things are actually worse than what we see, than what it is being said in the media. So we're going to be discussing much about that as we progress. So make sure you click on the subscribe button, guys, regardless if you're a Barcelona fan or not, but please ensure you click to always receive updates from this channel. Welcome again, guys. Gerard Pique was able to train with the rest of the Barcelona teammates in part of Wednesday's session in what is a terrific news for the whole team, for Koeman and for us the fans. The defender suffered an injury in the Copa del Rey semi-finals second leg against Sevilla. That incredible comeback we quite remember, but he's slowly recovering, and Ronald Koeman is now so optimistic that he will be ready for the El Clasico on April 10. And his return to collective training is a sign that he is close to receiving the all clear from the club's medical staff, and at this rate he should make it in time for the clash against Real Madrid. For now, the defender will continue to test himself against his teammates throughout this week's training sessions. Good test of where he stands fitness-wise would be on Monday when Barcelona return to La Liga action against Real Valladolid at the Camp Nou. However, the club is not about to take any risk with Pique in order for him to be 100% ready for El Clasico. And guys, we all know there's no doubt by saying Pique coming to the team before El Clasico is a big positive. It's a big positive, a big addition against that big game. The positive impact he has on Barcelona is in no doubt, particularly in helping the team play out from the back. So now moving on to the other news, guys. Much has been said about FC Barcelona's financial crisis in recent months, However, a fresh audit has been revealed, as I earlier said, to the new board, that they have a monumental task ahead of them if they want to turn the situation around in the fastest time possible. One thing is clear, just one thing is clear. The situation is worse than initially thought. It baffles me a lot to hear this, guys. Club members who are hoping for positive changes in the upcoming transfer window may be up for a disappointment, a big one at that. Newly elected President Joan Laporta and his new board have carried out an audit to analyze the mess that they have inherited from Bartomeu and his team. The continuing losses brought about by the novel coronavirus pandemic, as we know, has also compounded a huge problem. According to BARCA, the club will need to, lighten its belt in the coming months, and thinking about turning any profit, which will not even be possible at any point in time. In fact, it's not even in the horizon until what they said 2022-23 season. And this season alone, Barcelona are expected to lose somewhere in the vicinity of 350 million euros. Next season will likely be just as bad. Of course, some financial wiggle room can be freed up if Lionel Messi decides to leave. As the club's highest paid player, he takes up a large chunk of the budget. His departure could mean that the club can have more options in the upcoming transfer window. On the other hand, if it is true that the club is signing Messi's close friend Sergio Aguero to convince him to stay, it will likely be for a considerable amount as well. It may seem like a counterintuitive move, but merchandise sales alone for the two Argentines may bring in a considerable amount of cash. Sponsors will also, be more keen to invest with big names in the roster, and if they produce great results, those will also translate to more profit. It all just depends if that is the gamble that the current board will choose to take in an attempt to get out of the red. Barcelona's new CEO, Ferran Reverte, has been on top of this situation, and it is believed that he's already deep into discussions with the new board. They now have to plan their next moves carefully if they wish to effectively orchestrate a financial recovery. So now we see the true picture of the mess Bartomeu left this club into, the mud he left Barcelona into, our beloved club into before leaving. Guys, things are really red for this club. And as I said earlier in my previous episode, the transfer targets that we are now targeting them, it is impossible to bring all of them, we know, just to strengthen the attack, maybe a number 9 and also a good center back. So guys, let's just hope for the best for this club. 2022-2023 is a fast season, and making profit till that is just about 2 to 3 seasons to come. And Bartomeu, after everything, must go to prison. That is the honest truth. He must go to prison. After the Barca gets scandal, he has to appear in court. The case is still ongoing, no doubt. Investigations are still ongoing. So guys, Laporta has a lot of work to do, a lot of things to arrange for this club if this club wants to move forward. So that is just it. And now on to the next, guys. Ansu Fati's injury is still a big problem for Barcelona, as the bright kid he has been since he came in the first team, and we are missing him a lot, truth be told. Ansu Fati's injury suffered a setback just last week, and it brought so much problems for the fans, for his teammates, and of course for the president Laporta, who gave him a message of consolation as well. Yesterday, Barcelona teenager Ansu Fati, took up to Instagram to offer an update on his injury situation as he recovers from the knee injury. Fati has been out since November, as we know, and it had been hoped he will be back before the end of this season, but there is still no idea of when he will return for first team action. Indeed, there have been reports instead that he has suffered a series of setbacks and suggestions he may require further surgery. So here's what he had to say. A few years ago, I had a serious injury, a fractured tibia and fibula. I spent almost a year without being able to play. There were many days of suffering and pain, but also a lot of learning. It helped me to appreciate the little details. With my family and all the professionals who helped me at that time, I promised myself to keep going and work harder than ever to do what I like the most. Unfortunately, I have to a similar situation which I will face with the same mentality. I want to thank all those people who follow me and support me on a daily basis. Football is my life, and no matter how many obstacles there are, I will always have the illusion of continuing to fight for my dream. So that's what he posted recently on Instagram to his followers. So guys, let's just hope Ansu Fati recovers fully, quickly, and comes even more stronger whenever he's ready to return. He's a very vital player from the onset, and we quite remember when this season just started, Fati was really scoring and he was on top of his game, and we saw that hungry kid ready to be number one in this team even after Lionel Messi. So guys, let's pray Ansu Fati recovers quickly, as I said, and come back to the team before the season ends. We need him. And guys, to the final chapter, I was talking about transfers. Guys, this story just shocked me. It just shocked me. Barcelona once again interested in Lautaro Martinez. Come on, how managed? I was like, this is how many forwards do we want to sign? Of course, we know we're just picking one of them. But Memphis Depay and Aguero, finding just one of them was okay. But I am saying this out of my emotions about my team. I don't think Lautaro Martinez is even, I don't know, but it's just a link, no doubt. It does not necessarily mean we will buy him. But the fact that he still entered the transfer target list is just so crazy, to be honest. They wanted to sign the forward last summer. We know everywhere was Lautaro Martinez. And honestly, I did not even think about Laporta coming in with even those targets that Bartomeu had. I was like, we'll never hear about this Lautaro guy again. Barcelona are determined to bring in a forward this summer, which has caused Martinez's name to resurface as a possible option. And after being strongly linked with a move for Lautaro last summer, we refused to pay that 111 million euros. It was too expensive, and more to that because Barcelona were in total serious, in fact, which of course is still ongoing, financial crisis which they could not even dare to pay. Catalan radio RAC1 report that while Borussia Dortmund striker Erling Haaland remains Barcelona's priority, Lautaro is once again on their shortlist as the Blaugrana look to fill the Luis Suarez-shaped hole in their 11. Part of the reason behind Barcelona's being unable to sign Lautaro, as I said, was due to the fact that they had little to no money available, yet Inter are also having financial struggles of their own. As a result, RAC1 claimed that a swap deal between Barcelona and Inter could take place involving the 23-year-old and some members of Ronald Koeman's squad. So far this season, Lautaro has scored 16 goals in 37 games in all competitions for Inter Milan. So my dear Barca coolers, please, before I conclude, I would like you guys to also drop in your comments on the section below about how you see the transfer so far for Barca, and who do you think will likely come, and who is your preferred option, because if there are 6 of them that we are targeting as our priority, Laporta will be prioritizing more than others, because we have about 2 strikers of Memphis Depay and Aguero, Wijnaldum in midfield, Garcia, and so on and so forth. So please make sure you contribute. As I said, we are all fans of Barca, and I want us to always interact to discuss in this program. So make sure you click on the subscribe button if you haven't, regardless of if you're a Barca fan or not, because here we give you the latest result as well. Thank you and stay safe.